So you're skinny. Well, here's how you're gonna fix that. I myself used to be skinny as well. Now, as you can see, I'm no longer skinny. I'm fucking shredded. I'm jacked. I wear tank tops, fucking cowboy hats. I'm about to go to the beach right now after I finish recording this video and helping you guys out. So let me just give you straight up advice. What I did, what actually helped me, because I used to be in your exact shoes 2.5 years ago. And I listened to all these influencers telling me, yeah, just bulk, just eat more, just train more. Oh, do this workout split. Nothing worked until I figured out my own system, and I'm gonna give it to you right now. So let's fucking get into it. First mistake you're doing, what is keeping you skinny, is you're working out 6 days a week probably. You're on some Arnold split, some push-pull leg split, doing one of those things, trying to work out as much as possible, doing more volume to get more muscle growth. Well, let me tell you, it's absolute bullshit for multiple reasons. First reason, you are someone who doesn't have his entire life revolving around the gym. At least that was for me. It was the case for me. I couldn't just make my entire life be the gym like all these influencers could. Of course they can work out 6 times a week if that's their job. But we have jobs. We have to go to fucking uni. We have to go fucking to college. We have to go to fucking work, full-time jobs. We're actually in the real world. We're not just influencers who get paid by going to the gym. So obviously we can't be doing all of that because we don't have the time to go to the gym 6 days a week for fucking 2 hours every single session. That's just not in it for us. And also, if you're just beginning, if you're just starting out with the gym, how are you supposed to maintain going to the gym for so long? It doesn't make sense. You're gonna burn out eventually, just like it happened for me, because it's just not sustainable. You haven't built that habit yet. And building that habit is so much easier if you just go to the gym 3 times a week. Because what the fuck are you there for fucking 6 days a week, every single week? Like, it doesn't make sense. You still want to have a life outside of the gym. You don't want to be that one-sided person that his entire life revolves around the gym now. Oh, I'm getting muscle and that's my whole entire personality. Like, fuck that. We want to be fucking sick individuals. We want to look good and feel good and fucking be a someone, not just be a gym bro. Oh, that's so cool. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that, alright? You do not need to go to the gym more than 3 times a week. I myself go to the gym 3 times a week. All right, let me tell you exactly what I do. On the first day, I go and I train my upper body. On the second day, I go and I train my lower body. And on the third day of the week that I go, I train my entire body. So doing that, I train every single muscle group twice per week and I get maximum growth from that. I recommend that to absolutely anyone because you're in the gym for 1 hour to 1.5 hours maximum per day. The average workout duration is like 1 hour and 10 minutes for me. And that's with talking to other people and doing all of this shit. So you just save yourself so much time but still get maximum growth. Every single time I go to the gym, I progress. Every single time I go. This shows you that this is working. Every single time I go, I can do more weight or more reps. Like, it is working. Genuinely. And you can fucking, like, this is concrete proof that it's working. Because back then when I was training 6 times a week, it fucking wasn't. And I just had no time left in my day. For studies, for fucking work, for everything. For friends. It's just bullshit, alright? Stop doing those 6 days a week splits. You don't need that. 3 times a week is perfect. Good. Next thing is you aren't pushing yourself hard enough. Now you don't need to go to failure every single time. You don't. If you can, fucking do it. I love training to failure. It makes me feel like I'm working hard, but you don't need to go to failure every single time. But you need to get fucking close to it. Yeah? Maximum have 1 rep in reserve. So train so hard that you know you could only do 1 more rep if you push yourself to the absolute maximum. That's how hard I want you to train. Because if you're not getting close to that failure, you are not doing enough. All right? Simple as that. Everything else, you're leaving gains on the table. It just is that way. I used to train that way as well. I used to be a fucking pussy, didn't push myself hard enough, and then I looked in the mirror, I was like, why am I not seeing gains? Well, that's why. I wasn't training right. Alright, so push yourself. Next thing is train correctly. And how do you train correctly? Aim to get somewhere between 4 to 6 reps. And that should be your failure mark. Somewhere between there. And you might look at me crazy now. Oh, but everyone's telling me to do 8 to 12 reps and get to failure there. That's a lie. That's what kept me skinny. That is what kept me having those fucking old twig fucking arms. And not build up my fucking look jacked. Yeah? So, 4 to 6 reps. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because muscle is built at the point where it is your rep gets involuntarily slower. That's the only point where muscle is built, where your reps get slower involuntarily. So everything where you can do it like at this pace is not building muscle or barely building muscle, all right? So the only reps that really do count is those where it gets hard and slow. So if you're doing fucking 12 reps, then just imagine how it goes. For the first 8 reps, you can do them at this fucking fast pace. And then from the 8th rep onwards, it gets slower and slower, and then even slower, and then even slower, and then you can just barely do one last. That is exactly where we want to be, in that range. From those slow reps that we involuntarily get slower. Those are what build the muscle, right? But if we're doing 12 reps, the first 8 reps were essentially for nothing. But if we just cut this out and start only doing 6 reps by just doing heavier weight, and I'll explain to you exactly why this is not dangerous, because you might be, oh, but I'm just going to injure myself. No, it's bullshit, all right? So do heavier weight so you can only do 6 reps maximum. And then the first 2 reps might be where you can do them at full pace. But from the 2nd rep onward, like from the 3rd rep onward, you already are like slower and then slower and then slower. And you are building muscle by that. So you're cutting out the period where you are just wasting time here, lifting, still creating fatigue, by the way, still creating fatigue and muscle damage, but not getting any gains from it. So you can just save yourself so much time by just making your sets shorter, but just getting to the point where you get involuntarily, I think that's the word, I'm not native in English, slower by just doing less reps and higher weight. And now you might think, oh, but everyone telling me, oh, be careful, if you do high weight, you're just ego lifting and you're gonna tear your biceps or whatever. Fuck that, you're not. And this is why. Because we're gonna do one warm-up set every single exercise we do. We start with one warm-up set, all right? Using any weight that feels easy to do. That's not gonna get us fucking exhausted. That's not gonna create fatigue. Just a weight to see and feel the exercise, and to just get the blood already in the muscle. That's what we do, and that is our injury prevention. And we do that every single exercise. All right. Every single exercise. So even if you're doing 2 exercises for your bicep and you've technically already warmed up your bicep, but after the fucking first exercise, you're still going to do a warm-up set for the second exercise because it's a different exercise. And we want to fucking train our body to exactly know what is going to come to him. All right. So if you've done this curl before for the first set, now you're switching to this one. All you've done is change your hand. Still do a warm-up set. Still do it. Simple as that. All right? Just don't argue with me. Try it out. You're not going to get injured. I haven't got injured once. And all the people I've taught this, it just works so much better for us all. All right? That's our injury prevention. And then we can go to 2 working sets. All right? We do 2 working sets every single time. So 1 working set, 4 to 6 reps, get to failure, and then take rest. And the rest periods, that's the next point I'm going to talk with you. The rest periods should be not tracked on a fucking timer. Oh, let me do 60 seconds of rest. Fuck that. You take as much rest as you feel you need to get to exactly as many reps as you did in the first exercise. All right, in the first set. So if you got to five reps, great, awesome. You're exactly where you want to be. You're in your range, perfect. You're at the right weight, awesome. Now you're taking rest. How long do you rest? You rest as long as you feel like you are fully recovered and you can do 5 reps or even 6 reps in the next set as well. That's when you start again. And that's why you can't just say, all right, take 2 minutes of rest in between every single set, in between every single exercise. You can't just say that, because every single muscle takes a different amount of time to recover. And every single person takes a different amount of time to recover. And you, from day to day, take a different amount of time to recover. So only you can know how you feel. So I can't just tell you, oh, take 2 minutes of rest and then you do your next set. You can't say that, because your bicep are such a smaller muscle group than your back, for example, or your chest, for example, because those are huge muscle groups, right? They're just way more. They're just way bigger than your bicep could be. So they obviously take a longer time to recover. I mean, your chest and your back. So that needs more rest. But your bicep takes shorter rest. So you can't just give out a general rule, 2 minutes of rest between every. It's bullshit. Take as much rest as you feel you need to get in exactly as many reps on your second set that you did on your first set. Good. Next thing, bulking. Let me tell you a story of me. I started to bulk, and in 3 months, I gained 40 pounds. Now you might say, this is awesome. How? Give me your secret. I want to do that too. No, you don't want that. Let me tell you why. Because if you are gaining 10 kilos or whatever fucking, if you're gaining 40 pounds or fucking 12 kilos, I don't know, I'm not sure, fucking 15 kilos, I'm not sure what it is in kilos. If you're gaining 40 pounds in 3 months, do you really think that's 40 pounds of muscle? Fuck no, that's impossible. You can't gain 40 pounds of muscle in 3 months. You can't even do that on steroids. And we are natural. So you've just gained essentially maybe fucking 5 pounds of muscle, but you've gained 40 pounds of fucking fat. And one belief that I gotta break with you right now, which this was horrible mistake for me, because all these influencers told me, yeah, just go on a bulk, just bulk up, get the mass, and then you can do more weight, and then you can build more muscle. It's bullshit. You cannot convert fat into muscle. You can gain muscle and you can gain fat. Those are 2 different things. Just like you can't fucking make a banana become an apple. Those are 2 separate things. You can't convert a banana into an apple. Just like you can't convert fat into muscle. I don't know why we have this perception and why it sounded so logical to me when those fucking fake influencers that were probably on steroids and fucking have their entire life revolving around the gym told me, yeah, get the mass first and then convert it into muscle. That's not how it works. It's just straight bullshit. The banana and apple example makes so much sense when you think about it. Fat is fat and muscle is muscle, and you can't make muscle be fat and you can't make fat be muscle. You can gain muscle and you can lose muscle, just like you can gain fat and you can lose fat. You can't make one become the other. It's impossible. So if you are just gaining 40 pounds in the span of 3 months because you're on a fucking bulk, then what do you think is going to happen? You're going to gain fucking 4 or 5 pounds, if you're lucky, of muscle, and fucking 35 pounds of fat. Which in turn, yeah, it's going to make you look less skinny, but it's not muscle. So it's not going to be at your fucking arms. No, guess where that fucking fat that you've gained is going to store? On your fucking belly. So now you still have skinny arms. You don't look like fucking this, No, you have skinny arms, no shoulders, no fucking V-taper in your physique. Like, you don't have that. You got fat on your fucking belly now. You're still skinny, but now you're skinny fat. You're skinny fat now. So you're even at a worse position than before. So never, ever, ever go on a bulk. There is no reason to bulk ever. The literature that we have on this topic right now clearly shows there is no benefit of being in a calorie surplus. There is just none. Of course, yes, you need to gain weight. I'm not saying you can't bulk up, but don't go on this crazy bulk where you gain fucking 40 pounds in a span of 2 or 3 months. It's not good for you. You don't want to have that, because then you're fat, you're skinny fat, and you got a little bit of muscle, but now you can gain muscle, yeah, sure, but you could have done that on your fucking maintenance calories too, or just being in a fucking 200 calorie per day surplus where you gain, I don't know, a pound a week or half a pound a week, which would have been way better, because that half a pound a week you gain is actually going to be fucking muscle. It's actually going to be muscle tissue. Obviously not all, but way more than fucking doing whatever that fucking bullshit was. It's probably not going to be half a pound. It's probably going to be like, yeah, I don't know, fucking, I'm not a calorie calculator, but go on a fucking 200, 300 calorie surplus per day. That's the perfect thing that you should do. That is exactly how you should go about gaining weight. Because you're gaining weight and gaining muscle at the same time. You're not gaining fucking fat. All the weight you're gaining is instantly becoming muscle. Alright? So yes, be on a surplus, but don't be on a fucking, oh, I'm gonna go on a 700 calorie surplus every single day, or on a 1,000 calorie surplus. You don't need that. You're just gonna end up skinny fat. And why do I know that? Because it happened to me. Sucks, but I'm honest. It happened to me. It did. And I did not look good. I thought I looked good. I thought, oh yeah, I'm finally like getting muscle, and I'm finally like getting how these influencers are, because yeah, well, I was filling out my frame a bit more, but it was just fat. And now that took me a long time to lose all that fat again. It took me over fucking, I think, 3/4 of a year. Yeah. So from winter till the next winter, till the start of the next winter, I was skinny fat because I had to lose all that weight again. It just wasn't fun. It ruined my physique for a very long time, when I could have just looked shredded year round. Because all these people tell you need to be in a huge surplus to build muscle optimally. No, the literature we have on this topic currently clearly shows you don't need to be in a surplus to build muscle optimally. You build the exact same amount of muscle if you're in a surplus or if you're just maintaining your calories, your weight. You want to get bigger though, so be in a surplus. Be in a low surplus though. Go on a clean bulk. Go on a lean bulk. All right? Simple as that. Just eat a little bit more. Not eat, yeah. All right, so currently you're eating 3 times a day. Now up it to 6 times a day that you eat. Fuck all of that. I tried it. Fucking, yeah, it's a great advice if you're on steroids. But we are natural, and our body has never experienced that before. Like eating so many meals. And also we can't, because we don't have the appetite for that. We're not built for that. We're not cut out for that. We're not some fat people that just can stuff their face because they just never get satiated. Well, we're skinny for a reason. We've been looking like this our entire life for a reason. But you can get out of that. But it's not going to be within 3 months that you're going to look jacked. There is no fucking get jacked quick scheme. Like, there is no get rich quick scheme here. This takes a long time. It took me 2.5 years to now look like this. And you can look like that too. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying you absolutely can do it and you will do it. But it takes time. I'm going to get your expectations right. I'm not one of those fucking influencers out there that's trying to sell you some bullshit. Fucking, oh, buy my creatine or buy my fucking protein powder or whatever, fucking have a sponsorship link in the fucking... I'm not trying to sell you any bullshit, yeah? I'm just here to give you straight up advice on what helped me, because I know I needed this exact video fucking 2.5 years ago when I started. So here it is. Here's why I'm making this video. So yeah, don't bulk. Don't train 6 times a week. You don't need any of that bullshit. All right? I just seen it with a contact of mine. He just posted a story. All right, so he posted it before and then an after, and he was like, all right, so this is how I looked like before, and the next story was, this is how I look like now, 3 months after, I'm up 10 kilos. And I'm like, fuck, bro, you fell for the same lie that I fell for. Like, you should have listened to this exact YouTube video right here. Like, I should have put out this video a bit before. Like, if I would have done this, I could have saved him. I could have, if I posted this video 3 months before and he listened to it, I would have completely saved him. He's made a horrible mistake now because he gained 10 kilos, but he maybe gained fucking 9 kilos he maybe gained 1 kilo of fucking muscle and fucking 9 kilos of fucking fat now. So that's going to take him ages to lose all that fat again and finally be jacked, finally look shredded. He's not going to see his abs again for the next year. Like, it's just not worth it. It just isn't. It never is. It hasn't been worth it for me, and it hasn't been worth it for any of the fucking people I talked to that went through the same mistake that we all went through, because apparently that's just what the fitness industry tells you to do. Oh, go on a bulk. Oh, fucking Sam Sulek telling you, oh, if you're under 200 pounds, I demand you go on a fucking bulk right now. Like, fuck that. Guy's blasting steroids. Of course he's gonna gain fucking purely muscle from that. We're not. We aren't. We have a life. We work full-time jobs. We're in college. We do shit. You know? But obviously he can fucking, oh, I'm not 200 pounds yet. Yeah, let me just go to 200 pounds because I'm fucking blasting steroids. Obviously that works for him. It doesn't work for the average person, but he doesn't, these influencers don't think that far. It needs someone like us who's actually in the shoes of someone who has a life, who just wants to look good, shredded, in the quickest amount of time possible to drop these secrets. But it seems like we've got to find them out ourselves. But that's what I'm here for. That's why I dropped this video. Guys, if you want someone to actually help you get here, to learn from my personal mistakes, I can hold you by your hand and get you to where I am currently, from skinny to shredded, through my own very personal program, The Limitless Blueprint. Yes, it's not free, it's a paid program, but this is my personal fitness coaching offer, and I've had the best results for my clients so far. So if you're interested in leveling up your physique, looking aesthetic, without wasting all the fucking time of your life on the gym now, with fucking real concepts that you can actually implement into your life realistically, without burning out, without fucking having no time for friends and family and fucking work anymore, then this is absolutely the program for you. You can join by clicking the first link down in the video description. You can book a free call with me. It's up to you. If you're interested, book a call and I'll see if you'd be a good fit for our program. If you're not, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, if I don't think that you have what it takes, if I don't think that you are someone who actually goes through with this, because I don't want to just take your money and fucking say, all right, so you're not gonna do it now, because I can just see that in your eyes when you talk to me, then I'm not gonna sign you onto the program. I'm just not gonna take your money. I don't need the money that much. I just want to help people out genuinely. All right. So if you're someone that wants that, I still have like 3 spots left for this month. So click the first link down in the video description to book a call with me right now. And if not, that's all good. I love you guys. And always remember, don't compare, be compared to. I'll see you in the next one.